Hello everyone, this is Dion Sol. I hope everyone is doing well, and as you see before you, we are looking at the Got Gravel's Monster Truck of the Skies, which you can pick it up over here, as you can see, at the flightsim.to website. I'll leave a link in the description down below. And what we're doing is we're going to be, because I wanted a powerful, lightweight aircraft to do what we're to do my objective for my mission for today in this video. And so I thought I would whip out and give some props to Got Gravel, because he's always made some great bush planes, and this airplane is no exception. So go check it out if you guys want to fly the Got Gravel. And then here's what it looks like inside the sim here. So I'm sporting the Bumblebee version, which is the black and yellow, and sorry, multitasking here. But anyway, so that's what we're doing today. Now, the meat and potatoes, the reason why we're flying this aircraft and where we're at over here in Lone Pine, California, O26, my current stomping grounds of flying around in the bush area, is because of this product right here, which is Microsoft Flight Simulator ground texture replacement mod, and it's called MSFS 2020 Google Maps replacement. What this developer has done is that he has went in, or he or she, I'm assuming it's a he, I should say, shouldn't say their pronouns, but you know what, I don't care, I'm gonna say their pronouns anyway. He has turned around and created a product that allows you to have Google Maps as your default, or not default, but Google Maps on your ground textures as opposed to Bing Maps. The reason why this is important and relevant is because if you go to some areas in Microsoft Flight Simulator, is that you'll end up getting very poor quality textures, and it just looks like crap. I mean, I'm just going to cut to the bone here. It just looks like crap, and which is really ironic, because the whole purpose of us, having the Microsoft Flight Simulator, the selling point for the Microsoft Flight Simulator platform was the fact that you're going to have high quality eye candy in the flight simulation world. But unfortunately, in certain areas you can't, and I've been in those areas where you're usually out in the middle of nowhere. It just doesn't look any better than what I can download orthos from Ortho for XP and fly in X-Plane. So this is to help out, and also too, if you really wanted to, an X-Plane with Ortho for XP, which is a lot of legwork on your end as the end user, you can actually do the same thing, by doing all your tiles, which I've done videos on that in the past, and other people have done videos on how to upgrade your ground textures in the X-Plane 11 platform. But anyway, so that's what this program is, and then you can get it over at the same place, over at flightsim.to, and just search MSFS 2020 Google Map Replacement, or just type in the word replacement, and more than likely it'll be one of your top ones, and it's from this gentleman right here, Dirk or D-U-R or D-E-R, whatever. I'm terrible with spelling people, so there's that person right there. So, sorry, no offense, but that's just the way it is. And then, of course, in version 2.26, because it's actually getting updated daily. It works, and we'll see how it works here in this video. But anyway, so what we're going to do is, that's where you can get it, and we'll go ahead and get inside the sim, and we'll go ahead and start using it and have some fun with it right now here. And then, of course, as a little funny thing here, well, let's just go ahead and get... I see that there is something crazy going on behind me. Of course, this is a Microsoft Flight Simulator thing, and unfortunately, flight simulators in general a lot of them do the same thing. You go ahead and start this thing up here. We'll go ahead and get going, and release the parking brake, because I see it looks like it still is doing it. So we'll come over here and get ourselves a little bit of a laugh, and then we'll go on about the course at hand here. And here's something to laugh about. You can see as we're coming up to it right now. Let me go ahead and turn on the track IR here. Make sure my track IR is on here. Okay, there it is. Now it's working. You can see we got ourselves an airplane. that is doing something stupid. And I have absolutely no idea why that aircraft is doing what it is doing. But we can sit here and look at it for a minute or two and laugh at the stupidness that you see right there. Okie dokie. Which is the same airplane, it's just that it's a different... I guess it's an NPC that's trying to give me NPC content to fly where I'm at. But hey, you know, that's entertaining. Whatever. Anyway, let's get on the grass here, because that's where we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be on that asphalt. We're supposed to be in the grass here. So let's go ahead and get going here. As far as wind is concerned, I'm moving my finger around. I don't see anything. I don't feel anything. So let's just go ahead and just take off. Rock and roll. We'll have some fun here. As far what it's doing is it's actually, as you fly, it is filling in the data and changing it from Bing to Google Maps. And what we'll do is we'll fly this way, because you can see right now, as a matter of fact, you can see a line being drawn right there. And that is the downside. Let me back off on our power here. But unfortunately, that is some of the things you're going to run into. Is that you're going to run into deal breaking where you have real high quality images, and then you got stuff like that. And as you can see, it's trying to fill in right now. So there is positives and negatives to it. Power, so we can quit nosediving. But you can see it's starting to fill in. But once it's filled in, and if you happen to go into an area that's already filled in, let me back off on my RPM here. I just see that I was tachometer. I was killing it. But you can see, in the distance, how it's filling in the and changing it from Bing Maps to Google Maps. One thing I wish the developer could do is actually have you as the end user say, okay, either put in a flight plan between point A and point B, and then have it fill in, your all the points between point A and point B, and fill in all of it on the front end, providing if you have enough hard drive space to do it as a temporary. So then when you actually fly, then you don't have these, you don't see what you're seeing right now, where it's trying to fill in. Because once it's filled in, it looks pretty good. I'm not really, I'm not really complaining about that. That looks pretty snazzy. So let's go over here and go into the mountains and see what the mountains are going to look like for us. We don't have control of our prop and our mixture here, so... But all in all, it doesn't look bad. Just weird, different. When you have all those... For X-Plane users such as myself, it's not that big of a deal, because we get that all the time, where you're transitioning between one tile to the next tile. You see lines like you see right there. So that's, for us in the X-Plane platform, that's normal. But like I said, the incentive or the reason why the developer did it is because there is those line separations as well in Microsoft Flight Simulator or with Bing Maps, but then there's some areas where, like I said, it really looks really, really bad. but we'll see how well it does when we get closer to the mountains. Right now it's looking pretty good. Trying to get a little bit more speed over here. Not trying to redline the aircraft too much. You can see 6,000 RPM. That's redlining. We don't really want that. But the roads do look good. I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. Stick our head out completely. What I really want to see is I want to go over here to the mountains. If I want to look outside, I gotta static the image. I think. There we go. But you can see how it starts to. That looks more like, I guess you could say, carpet more than bushes right there. You can see it trying to fill into higher resolution images as we're flying along. And of course, if you look over here, see the window, it's going to town, downloading, the textures as I'm flying. So is it perfect? Obviously not, but it's all right. It's okay. Like I say again, what I really want to see is when we get over here. But as soon as you're moving, yes, it's constantly downloading images. Is it better than being here in this area right now as I am flying? Not really. I mean, it's not really that much better. If any, now there's right there, that is a creek. As we came from Lone Pine, I don't know what creek this is. But actually, you'd have to have a follow me map to be able to tell me all the points of interest are, which I don't have on hand at the moment. We're probably going to have to circle to be able to climb up, because those are 12 to 14 foot mountains here, and we're only what, 7,000 feet, coming up on 7,000 feet here. What I would really like to see this developer do, or somebody, Microsoft or X-Plane developers have already said, we're going after the commercial market for our flight simulation, and all of the people who buy X-Plane, the regular flight simmers like me, are secondary customer base. The primary customer base, Austin has said it flat out, is said that, hey, our primary customer base is going to be commercial, because we can get a $15,000 or $20,000 per license, whereas me as an end user, as a flight simulation user, is only going to be $59, and then that's it for the life cycle of X-Plane 11, X-Plane 12, whatever the case may be. So they're not going to do what's happening right now as far as getting those photo geometry ground textures. What they're going to do instead is just make sure that all the trees look decent, make sure all the buildings are 3D modeled and look decent using open map, open street map and whatnot, and that's as far as they're going to go. So it's going to be up to the community saying, hey, if you want it to look like this, then you're either going to use orthos, or like I say, I wish this developer would take this technology and figure out a way to be able to put it in X-Plane, so as you fly around in X-Plane, you can ping the Google servers and it would just do the same thing as you see here, and the end result as you and me as the end user would be that we would no longer have to have a hard drive dedicated doing offline downloads of ground textures, photographic ground textures, it would be streaming, you know, as you're flying, like I'm doing right now here on the Microsoft Flight Simulator platform. But obviously there's pros and cons to that, because the biggest problem I've been having with Microsoft Flight Simulator is that we are slaves to. I just realized that I didn't have my all my lights on like I was supposed to. We are slaves to the internet, and what that means is that if your internet is down or anything like that, you're kind of SOL. Whereas with the X-Plane platform, if the internet goes down, what do I care? I just load up my flight simulator locally, and I just continue just flying away and not have to worry about anything. You know, worry about being connected to the internet. So there is advantages with X-Plane. That's a huge advantage, that you're not slave to the internet. And you have to use orthos in order to compensate. I am, because of some of the areas that I've seen, I am tempted to redo all my orthos, if it will accept it, to the Google ortho instead of Bing. Because right now, all of my orthos that I've done with Microsoft Flight or with X-Plane have all been Bing, and it's just because it was the easiest to do. But I've been happy with it. But we'll have to wait and see with X-Plane 12. Because that's what I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about X-Plane 12. So, as we are screaming our way toward these mountains here, I'm seeing them filling in, but I'm not really seeing any difference from my personal experience between Bing and Google when it's making it. It's just, like I say again, it's just certain areas that this mod is beneficial to you, and in other areas not so much. There's that creek. We're flying over right now into that ridge right there that goes up. Oh, at least we can go over here and see where this creek feeds into, or what's feeding the creek. Oops, too far. It still looks pretty good, you know. I'm not complaining. We are redlining this engine here. That would suck to burn up the engine. Over here, funsies. But you can still see those are photo images. You can see that just looks like a two-dimensional thing that's trying to make it into 3D. Which, you know, that's normal. Yeah, that might be Mount Whitney right there. That's why I'm having to climb like crazy. That would be if that's Mount Whitney, that's 14,000 feet right there. And there is what that creek that we were watching, I guess is yeah, there it is right there. That's what that creek, that's what's feeding that creek, is that lake, right? That little lake right there. All this snow. Which is cool. Now I'm overspeeding the engine again. Very nice. Very, very nice. How much time we got left? We only got 2 minutes left here, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just land right here. And then we'll end this video when we land on this little flat plateau up here. And we'll call it. But yeah, I just wanted to see how well and share, you know, you guys with these two mods, the Monster Truck mod, and then of course the Google Maps mod. Like I said, the Google Maps thing, it's pure by choice. You know, it's whatever. Is it revolutionary? It just makes it so you have It just makes it so you just have another option, another server to do your ortho geometry on. And then we'll just land this bad boy right here. Before I better land before I run out of. We'll go visit that little house right there. We'll visit that little house. I don't know why I killed it. I didn't touch anything. It didn't do a pop strike, so I don't know why. Oh, I know what it is. Probably because I'm so high up here. It's having a hard time trying to. That's probably what it is. Because I'm high in elevation. Where's that house? Oh, there it is. Alright, we're far enough. Anyway, guys. Before I run into the house. That shouldn't be here. Alright, guys. Well, I definitely appreciate you guys watching. Definitely like, subscribe, and check out my other platforms. Check out, like I say again, just check out Rumble. And Rumble's my big one right now. I've been doing a lot of content on Rumble and Odyssey, and of course YouTube, but just trying to, you know, get those things up better. So anyway, you guys take care. I'll catch you guys next time. Leaders. Bye.